Oh, what a moment for this city. What a moment for the Montreal Alouettes last night. Unlikely Grey Cup champions. They beat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 28-24, earned them their first CFL title since 2010. And let's go now. Who better to join us this morning than their number one fan? 89-year-old Heather Lowengren joins us. She's been a diehard Alouettes fan dating back to the late 1960s. And for over a decade, she has been attending their practices weekly, coming with baked goods, treats, and fresh fruits for those very hungry, large athletes. Heather Lowengren is on the line. Heather, welcome to the show.
Thank you. And first of all, I'm not 89, dear. I'm only 72.
Get it? How did we add 17 years to you? How did we do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that's okay. I feel like 20 this morning.
So let me tell you something, Heather.
Yes,
because I was watching video of you earlier, and I said, "Boy, she looks fantastic." I was like, "You look incredible." So I would buy it if I heard you were 20, Heather. That's the truth, because you look so amazing. Heather, take us to last night. Take us about to your emotions in watching the Als win.
Okay, I knew it was going to be a tough game. But I knew that my boys were ready and willing and able and believing to go and get this game. They have told me for the past 3 games they're going to win it for me, you're going to win it for me. They did it. They did it again in Toronto. So it was 1 game left, and the emotions were just, I couldn't sit still. I had my 2 grandchildren, my daughter, my son-in-law, my daughter's boyfriend, and I couldn't sit still. It was like, okay, Winnipeg is up. We're going to come back. Montreal, 14-17, not so bad. Just before the halftime, where that 3 times to get in there, we should have took the field goal. We didn't do it, but okay, we're going to be okay. They're going to listen. They're going to go. Jason Moss is going to give them a big talking, and the boys are going to come out and be ready. And underdogs we were, but underdogs we're not anymore.
Take me to that late fourth quarter, 3rd down. Alouettes need a miracle. Take me to that.
I said, okay, we can get. Okay, Cody, you got this. I've watched them in practice so many times. Okay, you got this. Get close enough, David. You can do a field goal. 3, and we've tied it. But when he got, it was like, it was too unreal. I had to almost say, is this a miracle I'm watching, or is this really true? Is this happening in front of me? Speaker got that ball, and now Elias got the touchdown. Is this true? With 11 seconds left in the game. I'm telling you, my husband was above, and he's telling me, yes, honey, it's true. We did win this game. Yeah.
So, and let's talk a bit about your husband here, because that connection between you and the Alouettes, and your husband worked for the team. Why don't you tell our listeners about that lifelong connection with the Montreal Alouettes?
Yeah. My husband was a big Alouette fan, always has been. When I found out that we were able to go to the practices and get so close to the players, from Laval to, or even Montreal to St. Leonard the first time, and get that close and be talking to them, like S.J. Green and Anthony Calvillo and all these players, well, then we just didn't stop going. And then when the practice went to the Olympic Stadium, beside the Olympic Stadium, and I think it was in August, late August, when the students were going back to school, they didn't have anybody to pass the water for the water boys. And Kavis Reed had asked my husband, do you think you want to do it? And I said, hey, I'll do it. He said, no, Heather, you can't go on the field. They'll give you hugs. They won't even think of the water. Let Jerry do it. So that's how it started, and he loved doing it. He wouldn't say water. He would say, Labatt 50, who wants a blue, who wants, he was a joker. And he loved it. He was 71 years old when he started doing it.
Heather,
yeah.
When you lost your husband,
a month ago.
A month ago.
Yeah.
The Alouettes players You know, you called them your boys, and it certainly feels like the love and the bond goes both ways. I want to play some audio here for our listeners, and this is the Montreal Alouettes, the team, talking to you after you lost your husband.
On behalf of all of us here, we want to say we're thankful and grateful to have you out here supporting us like you have for so long. You mean a lot to us, and I know you've been through a rough time, and we're here for you. That's all we wanted to let you know. We care about you, we love you, and we're here for you.
And I love all my boys.
Love you, Heather.
So Heather, when that happened, Heather, we played that on this show, and we played the whole thing because it was so heartwarming and so touching. What do Montrealers need to know about the heart of this team?
The fans have to know that we are a family. You know, I'm part of their family now. I've always been a part of their family, but that was so emotional, and I loved it. You know, they show their love, and I don't know what to say. It's like they're all my boys, you know?
And Heather, this is a team that halfway through the season, nobody would have picked them as winning the Grey Cup, and they finished so strong, and that's where they were a bulldozer during the playoffs. What do you think changed? What happened for this team to turn it around?
They believed in themselves. Like I said, I make T-shirts. I have T-shirts made, and I must have 15 or 20 T-shirts made for the Alouettes. And the first one that I made was new owner, new coaches, everything else, and I ticked them all off. And on the bottom of that, it was said, Grey Cup in progress. So now I can check that off. They believed in it. They believed when nobody else could or would believe in them.
And Heather, how much does this win last night help you in your in the grieving process and getting through everything? How does that help you?
It's amazing. I cried. I cried of happiness. I cried of joy. And I cried. I could have went to the game, and I decided no. I want to stay home and with my husband by my side and watch the game with him. And that's how we won it. Because he was the extra 13th player on that field, I'm sure, in the last 11 seconds.
The 13th man on the field. That's so apropos, Heather. Heather, Wednesday, I imagine, Wednesday, parade time for you? I
am definitely going to be in that parade.
I hope you're front and center, Heather.
I don't need to be front and center. They deserve everything they got. And, I just want to give them all a big hug. Sorry for Kristen Matt, who's last year, but at least he's, got a ring. I'm just so happy for all of them.
They're getting rings. They're champions. Heather, yes. You're the champion of this program today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
That's Heather Lowengren, 72 years young, and one of those super fans of the Montreal Alouettes, perhaps the biggest fan of the Montreal Alouettes. When we return on the Elias Macko Show, we'll tell you how 3 missing letters cost one man $10,000.